all our listeners and viewers of the NDC Heartbeat podcast. We're happy to welcome all those who are listening on radio via WeFM. We've got Vibes FM, Spice Capital Radio. We've got 100.5 FM out of Labby in Grenville, Rampoon Radio out of Delaware in the United States, and several other stations picking up the heartbeat on a Sunday afternoon. We also have our usual kind guests and supporters of the National Democratic Congress. They're on the NDC Facebook feed and also on YouTube. So welcome to everyone to another Heartbeat episode for another beautiful Sunday afternoon in Grenada. What we're going to be doing today, we're going to be chatting with our Consul General in Toronto, Mr. Jerry Hopkin, and then we also be going all the way on to Ottawa to chat with His Excellency High Commissioner Sylvester Quallis. We'll be chatting about what's happening in his new portfolio, what is happening in Toronto, and of course, most of you would know Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell will be making a visit to Ottawa and also to Toronto, so we'll be chatting a bit about this. And other events coming up in the program. We'll be chatting with one of the spokespersons for the NDC chapter in Toronto about the upcoming gala, how things are going with that. And we'll end off the program with discussions about diaspora homecoming. We have with us coming up Mrs. Gail Purcell, who is the manager of the Secretariat, and Randy Dolan. He is the deputy chairperson and chairman of the GTA, Grenada Tourism Authority. So lots in store for you today. Stay with us. Back with you in a moment.
So brothers and sisters, yellow!
Grenada, the month of June will come alive. 4 years ago, we made a decision to move our nation forward. Now, we are stronger and more determined than ever before.
Unity is strength, and we getting stronger.
On Sunday, June 21st, the National Democratic Congress invites you to the biggest celebration of progress, hope, and people-centered leadership at the Montrouge Plainfield for the NDC's 4th anniversary mega rally.
Yellow fever.
Under the powerful theme, 4 years stronger, you, me, us. Thousands will gather in one voice, one heart, and one vision for Grenada's future.
Now we give them yellow, 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 yellow. Yellow fever.
Come hear the leadership shaping tomorrow. The Most Honorable Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, Honorable Andy Williams, the South Boss, Honorable Ron Redhead, Senator Claudette Joseph, Honorable Philip Telesford, and more. Experience live performances, electrifying energy, powerful messages of transformation, and the unstoppable spirit of the people of Grenada as we celebrate fathers across the nation and the world. Contact your constituency office for transportation. Bring your flags, bring your family, and most importantly, bring your yellow. Sunday, June 21st from 5 p.m. NDC Mega Rally 2026. 4 years stronger. You, me, us.
Things happening.
Montreal, prepare for an exquisite evening of insight and elegance. Join us on Friday, June 5th at 6:30 p.m. at Plaza Volaire in the Armand Plaza Hotel for a night you won't want to miss. Our keynote speaker for the evening will be the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada. Enjoy an Ambossal cocktail, a delightful dinner, a captivating live entertainment, all while supporting a great cause. It's at 6600 Chemin de la Côte de Liesse, Saint-Laurent, Quebec. Secure your spot for this extraordinary event. Get your advance tickets now for $150 or $170 after May 5th. Don't wait. Seating is limited. Call us today at 514-707-1533, 514-773-6519 or 514-928-5370 to reserve your tickets. Join us for an exquisite evening of insight and elegance. Get ready, Montreal, for an unforgettable night. Proudly presented by the NDC Canada chapter. We can't wait to see you there. Montreal, prepare for...
Welcome back to the NDC Heartbeat for today's Sunday, and welcome to another NDC episode. Online with us is our Consul General in Toronto, Mr. Jerry Hopkin, and His Excellency Sylvester Quallis, High Commissioner based out in Ottawa. Good afternoon to you, gentlemen. Not
How are you doing?
very good indeed.
Good afternoon.
Good
Pleasant
afternoon.
Good afternoon to you and to all of the viewers and listeners.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Sylvester Quallis, I didn't hear you for a moment. Maybe you were mute or so.
Oh, no, I'm saying good day to you.
Great, great.
Yeah.
I'm hearing you fine now. I'm hearing you fine. Well, welcome to the Heartbeat once again. You gentlemen are obviously no strangers to this platform, so welcome to another Heartbeat episode. I know a lot is happening in Canada under your your leadership, Your Excellency, and I wanted to start off first of all with Consul General Jerry Hopkin as to how things are going in Toronto. I have learned of some activities which are taking place and the great work that you're doing there. So I wish to give you that opportunity to share with us what's happening in, as they would say, your neck of the woods. And Your Excellency, High Commissioner, I would therefore get to you immediately thereafter.
Yes, well, again, pleasant good afternoon to all of your viewers, all of the viewers here and listeners on the various radio stations that are outletting this program. And in Canada, Toronto, to be specific, our folks here in the diaspora, they are doing their part in making their contribution to nation building in various ways. They are continuing to do so. And we here at the consulate, we are doing our utmost to engage the community and to ensure that their appreciation for their output, for their contributions is done, is shared, and that they know that they are playing a very important role in contributing towards nation building through all the various means, the remittances, the barrels, the transfer of knowledge and contributions in every form. We appreciate that, and we've been doing that. We just recently had a major showcase ending our independence celebrations here in Toronto, a showcase of all things Grenadian, promoting investment, promoting trade, and all of that. And we just also had a virtual session, a Zoom meeting that involved High Commissioner and from whom the Secretariat for Homecoming and the Consulate promoting homecoming, and I know you'll be talking more about that later. But right now, the focus is on what's ahead. And what's ahead in a big way is the visit of our Prime Minister to Canada. And some of it will be happening in Toronto. And I do not know if you would like me to mention what will be happening in Toronto at this juncture, or if you want me to save it for later on. What would you prefer?
I would, as they would say, the sweetness comes at the end, the dessert.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, so, well, thank you very much, Consul General. I'll certainly come back to you on that. Let me now introduce His Excellency Sylvester Quallis. He's High Commissioner in Ottawa for Grenada. And welcome to the Heartbeat once again. And High Commissioner, I cannot believe a whole year has passed since you've been in office. Am I correct or incorrect?
Yeah, you are correct.
A whole year. Time is sure flying.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Heartbeat once again, and thank you for joining us. And please share with us. I know Prime Minister will be visiting Ottawa, and he has some other special visits. And also, you are putting on a gala in Ottawa in his honor. So share with us what is happening out there, and bring us up to speed.
Well, thank you for having me, and also want to say good morning, good evening to our listeners and persons tuning to this platform. And once again, Terry, it is good for you having me here. And my primary role today is to give a synopsis, or more than that, a wider perspective on what will be happening in Montreal. Mm-hmm. Because, as we say, Montreal has been knocking on the door for the Prime Minister visit a very long time now. So, like how the Bajans say, Spring Garden, we're coming. We're saying here, Montreal, he is coming.
Indeed.
Just to put it into perspective, Honorable Dickon Mitchell, Prime Minister, will be visiting Canada from June 3rd to the 7th, 2026. So we know he'll be spending some time, at least 4 days in Canada. He'll be arriving here on the morning of June 4th, and Prime Minister will pay a courtesy call on the Right Honorable Mark Carney, the Prime Minister of Grenada, and that will be happening in Toronto. So, Jerry, that will be in your neck of the woods.
That's right.
Right. And it will be a courtesy call, and engaging with the Prime Minister, because Prime Minister Mark Carney will be in Toronto at that time when the Prime Minister is visiting Canada. As you are aware, that the capital of Canada is Ottawa. That's where I'm based. But he wouldn't be in town. He'll be in Toronto area. So we use that opportunity for the Prime Minister to pay a courtesy call by our Prime Minister, PM Dickon Mitchell. From that engagement with the Canadian Prime Minister, PM Mitchell and delegation, and I should also mention that on the PM's delegation, the Honorable Philip Telesford, the Minister for Health, will also form part of our Prime Minister's delegation. They'll be heading to Montreal. I must say here that this is Prime Minister's first visit to Montreal while in office. And as I mentioned before, the Grenadian diaspora has been requesting a visit for a while now, and this is finally their time. The first engagement in Montreal, that's Thursday, June 4th, at the Gala Garden in La Salle. That will be a town hall. That will be from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. That town hall has been organized by the Grenadian High Commission and together with members of the diaspora. We expect updates on Grenada's infrastructure, Grenada's economy, Grenada health, what we are doing in the health sector in Grenada, diaspora development, and this will be put forward by Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell and the Honorable Philip Telesford. There will also be a presentation on Project Polaris by Ambassador Andrea St-Bernard. So we are looking forward to a dynamic and interactive session during that town hall meeting in Montreal. The second engagement, that will be on Friday, the 5th of June. A breakfast meeting will be held with the Grenadian community leaders and association representatives. So both community leaders and association representatives will be having breakfast with the Prime Minister on the 5th of June. The third engagement, the Prime Minister will visit the Montreal General Hospital as part of building networks for collaboration for the development of Grenada's health sector. So we have made an arrangement for a visit to the General Hospital here in Montreal for the Prime Minister to engage with administrative persons there as we seek to strengthen our network for the strengthening of Grenada's health sector. The fourth engagement will be a luncheon with local politicians, entrepreneurs, and potential investors and business people, hosted by Prime Minister Mitchell to present on Grenada's transformational agenda, trade and investment opportunities, and Project Polaris, Grenada's flagship initiative. So we're having an engagement, a luncheon with these people. A visit has also been organized to a Grenadian business in Montreal. It is always commendable when our national keeps our Grenadian resilient culture and spirit alive in the diaspora. So we'll be visiting one of our Grenadian-owned business in Montreal. So, well, the last event we have in Montreal would be an event organized by the Grenadian diaspora. And more information, Jerry, I suppose that you had Miss Cathy Oliver on call because she has some information regarding that particular event in Montreal. So that's it for me as it relates to that leg of the Prime Minister's visit. As you mentioned before, he won't be coming to Ottawa because Ottawa is where the capital of the government of Canada sits, but the Canadian Prime Minister will be in Toronto, so he'll be making that courtesy call on Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney down there. So he'll be from there. It's a tight schedule, so he'll be moving straight on to Montreal for his engagement there, because the afternoon of that day, after meeting with Prime Minister Carney, he has the town hall meeting in Montreal.
Great. Well,
so that's it for me. If Jerry, if I miss out anything here, you could just fill in.
Thank you.
I think you covered all of the events that are happening in Montreal there, and you made the clarification that although we were contemplating having activities in Ottawa earlier on, when it became clear that Prime Minister Carney would not be in town, that you made the arrangements for the meeting to be held in Toronto, which is where he happens to be around that time. So we had it for Montreal, quite a lineup for Montreal. And in Toronto, as High Commissioner mentioned, in Toronto, that's where Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell will engage with the Right Honorable Prime Minister of Canada, Honorable Mark Carney, on Thursday, the following day after, the same day Prime Minister arrives. Prime Minister arrives very early that day, and also in Toronto on Saturday, Prime Minister will meet with some investors, at least 3 of them. He will have a meeting, potential investors here in Toronto, and that's prior to an exquisite evening, fireside chat and dinner that he would be having also in Toronto on Saturday, June 6th. So that afternoon, the afternoon of Saturday, after he arrives from Montreal, he would be meeting with some investors, joined by some of his delegation, and then have that special exquisite evening, that fireside chat and dinner later on that same day. So it's really a packed itinerary for Prime Minister. The energy level of our Prime Minister, as we all know, is very high, and he's been putting out a lot, trying to deliver, trying to harness the resources wherever he goes with his team, and this is no exception. So we are looking forward. We are already here in Toronto, all of Toronto and Montreal, all of Canada, all the Grenadians. And mind you, there are Grenadians in other jurisdictions, other parts of Canada that are going to be attending these events, traveling from different provinces to attend these events. And, we have Grenadians dispersed in Vancouver, they're in Calgary, they're in Hamilton, they're in Montreal, and elsewhere. And so we are looking forward to spending quality time and engaging our Prime Minister with our nationals who are here in Canada doing their part towards contributing towards the development of Grenada.
Thank you very much, Consul General Hopkin. I see that yourself and His Excellency High Commissioner Corliss Sylvester, you all have put together quite a tight package of engagements for Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell. And I know he's always up to the task, full of energy. Imagine landing from your flight, 6 hours flying, and then within a couple hours you are starting engagements. This speaks to the quality and the time which Prime Minister is giving to the development of Grenada by engaging partners in the diaspora, engaging citizens of Grenada in the diaspora to ensure that they become part and parcel of the transformation agenda which he has spoken about over and over. So thank you, gentlemen, for joining the Heartbeat today and for sharing this very important information, and wish success and everything that is good on his visit.
And Terry, just before I go, there's one thing I would like to mention. High Commissioner and myself, working closely with the team over the Grenada Investment Development Corporation, of course, it's an initiative of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development, and that is a special Grenada-India Trade and Investment Mission to Grenada. And that's happening from June 10th to the 14th, right after we get done having Prime Minister here. We are taking it to Grenada. We have a team of over 15 prospective investors and developers who are based mostly here in Canada, and a few of them based in India, who are going to be coming to Grenada to engage with stakeholders and to explore opportunities for investment and trade in Grenada. So more details will follow, but something to look forward to in Grenada. Local businesses in Grenada, stakeholders such as IMA, GIDC, and others, GTA and others, will be involved in this initiative. Looking forward to that.
Well, thank you very much.
Just,
yes, High Commissioner, go ahead.
To mention that we are seeking an engagement with one of our Canadian MP. He's father from Carriacou.
Oh.
To engage the Koto from Carriacou, and he's an MP up in Canada in the House of Commons. So we're also seeking the Prime Minister to have an engagement with him while he'll be up here. Well,
yourself and Consul General Hopkin surely will keep the Prime Minister extremely busy in Canada on these several engagements. Consul General Hopkin, I thought you were going to leave this for next Sunday when you choose to update us, because there's just so much that has already been packed in the Prime Minister's visit to Canada. I thought probably you would leave that aspect of the investment team for next week, but happy that you have mentioned it, because it is of great importance for Grenada and for the business community in Grenada. So thank you for sharing that. But we would want to remind the business community next week of this very important investment team visiting Grenada in association and in collaboration with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development and the Grenada Industrial Development Corporation. So thank you, gentlemen, for joining the Heartbeat today, and continue your hard work, continue your great vision and all that you are putting together for the Prime Minister's visit. It sounds enormous, but I know he is capable, and you all will have a great event, or matter of fact, great events coming out from his visit to Canada. So thank you again very much, and we'll hear from you again next week to give further updates on the investment team, CG Hopkin. Thank you, Your Excellency, and until...
Thank you. The pleasure is ours.
Thank you very much indeed. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just to take a very short break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking to Mr. Raymond Tobias. He is a spokesperson for the NDC Toronto chapter. Just a quick chit chat with him as to how plans are going for this gala in Toronto. Then we'll be chatting with Mr. Randy Dolan, who is the Deputy Chair for Diaspora Homecoming and Chairman of the Grenada Tourism Authority, and Mrs. Gail Purcell, Manager of the Secretariat. So back with you in a moment. Give me 30 seconds. Back with you.
Friends at home and abroad, the National Democratic Congress proudly invites you to the mega rally on Sunday, 21st of June. Under the theme, 4 years stronger, you, me, us. You, because we care. Me, because I have a responsibility. And us, because we all have a part to play in building Grenada. Bring your flags, bring your family, bring your yellow, and be a part of the 4-year celebration, transforming Grenada's future. Sunday, 21st of June, at 5 p.m., Montrouge playing field comes alive. NDC Mega Rally. You, me, us. Grenadians at home and abroad.
For those listening on radio, we welcome you, and just to let you know, if by chance we should go over today on the 1 o'clock hour, please join us on our Facebook feed and also on YouTube. So right now, online, we have Mr. Raymond Tobias. He's a spokesperson for the NDC Toronto chapter. Welcome to the Heartbeat, Mr. Tobias.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Forrester. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I know a lot of planning is going into the Toronto Gala and also the Montreal Gala. Tell us about Toronto, and if you can share about Montreal, we'd be happy.
Okay, so for the people of the diaspora who lives in Canada and close to the United States who are willing to be here for the Prime Minister's visit and the exquisite gala that we will be having in Toronto, June 6th at Bellevue Manor, and that is at 8083 Jane Street. That's in Concord. We'll be having the gala. We'll also be having a fireside chat with Dr. Aita Sadhu with the Prime Minister on that day.
You wish to just clarify who is Mr. Aisadu? Is that his name?
It's a lady.
Say again?
She's an educator.
It's a she.
Yeah, it's a she. She's an educator.
Okay.
She just got the key to the city of Toronto, and she, as I said, an educator. And she's one of the most prominent book author in Canada, or let's say Toronto and Canada on the whole.
Great. Well, maybe it's a great opportunity for us to extend an invitation to her to attend Diaspora Homecoming from 21st June through to the 5th of July, because we'll be having a Grenada Read Across Grenada Day on the 24th of June, where all schools will have representation from the diaspora, which is led by Dr. Pat Adams and her organization. And maybe she can certainly join in this activity. But more about that a little later on. Tell us, how are things going for the gala, sales and participation? Do people need to get a little anxious that they secure seating, etc., or what?
Well, I can assure the people of Toronto and Canada on a whole, as the General Counsel said, that we may have people coming from different provinces to attend this function. Presently, tickets are really going fast. It's like hot cake, because everybody wants to meet the Prime Minister, spend time with the Prime Minister, take pictures with the Prime Minister. The only thing here is today is the deadline to get your tickets, and tickets goes for 200 Canadian. Today is the deadline, so I would extend my invitation to Grenadians and friends of Grenadians to please, we have some tickets still available. So please find yourself a ticket and make yourself available to a warm, exquisite function that the Prime Minister would be involved with on June 6th.
All right. Now, regarding ticketing, if someone is unable to access ticketing today, would you extend until tomorrow?
Yes, we will.
Okay.
We will extend until tomorrow.
Okay.
We have some numbers that that you can call. I don't have the numbers at hand right now, but we can also put it up, and you can call, and we can get you the tickets that is available. But one thing I want to make mention of, Terry, is on the day of the function, it would be very difficult for us to be accepting people that just show up, because everything have to be accounted for upfront, have to be paid for upfront. That's where we asking people. We don't want to turn anybody off on that day, but we want you to do the advance payment. In that case, everything would be well planned, and you don't have to be turned away on the door on that very said day.
All right. So in the interest of time, what we will do, Raymond, is to give you 30 seconds while we go to an ad so you can provide the telephone contact, because there will be some person saying, you know what, I'm not going to miss that, but I don't have the telephone number. So let me give you 30 seconds to get the number, and we run a short ad in the meantime. So back with you.
Okay.
Back with you in a moment.
Good. Yes.
An exquisite evening of insight and elegance you won't want to miss. A fireside chat featuring keynote speaker, the Prime Minister of Grenada, Honorable Dickon Mitchell, hosted by Dr. Aita Sadhu. Saturday, June 6th, from 6:30 p.m. at Bellevue Manor, 8083 Jane Street, Concord, Ontario. Come enjoy an ambrosial cocktail, a sumptuous dinner, and captivating live entertainment that will make this a night to remember. Tickets are available now. Get your advance tickets for just $200. After May 6th, the price increases to $225. So don't wait. For tickets, call 416-209-6226, 647-242-9256, or 647-561-4350. This event is proudly presented by the NDC Canada chapter. Experience the elegance. Network with leaders. Celebrate with us.
Welcome back to our listeners and viewers of the NDC Heartbeat podcast. We've been chatting earlier on with Consul General Jerry Hopkin, based in Toronto, and His Excellency Sylvester Quallis, our High Commissioner, based in Ottawa. And right now we're on the line with Mr. Raymond Tobias, who is one of the organizers for the event in Toronto. So, Mr. Tobias, the telephone contact, we just ran the ad, and the telephone numbers appear, but I'll give you the opportunity just to remind your listeners and viewers of the telephone contact for tickets.
Okay, yes. So I have three numbers, sets of numbers here where you can call to obtain your tickets before the closing date, which is today or tomorrow. 416-209-6226, 647-242-9256, also 647-561-4350. And these are the three numbers you can call to obtain your tickets.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Well, let me give you 30 seconds to wrap up in case you want to make special announcements regarding that event.
Well, also I want to give a little bit of Montreal. Montreal will be having the gala on June 4th with the PM, June 5th, sorry, with the PM. And the number to call in Montreal, it's 514-707-1533. So you can call that number, and that's for the gala in Montreal at the Gala Gardens. and that's in Dollard, LaSalle. So I'm calling on all the people in the diaspora in Canada, Montreal, Toronto, to come out. Let's have a wonderful time. Let's ask all the questions, get all the information, meet the PM, where we associate with the PM and have a really, really exquisite time. Have a drink, meet friends, and share the moments together on the 5th in Montreal and on the 6th in Toronto.
Great. Thank you very much indeed, Raymond Tobias, a spokesperson for the planning arrangements for the Toronto Gala. And I hope that you took note of the telephone numbers, not just for the Toronto event, but also for the Montreal Gala. So, Grenadians, friends of Grenada, this is your opportunity to engage and be part of these exciting, exquisite planning arrangements and to meet Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell and his delegation. So, what we're going to be doing is just take another short break, and this time when we come back, we'll be talking with Mrs. Gail Purcell and Randy Dolan on Diaspora Homecoming 2026. Back with you in a moment.
Montreal, prepare for an exquisite evening of insight and elegance. Join us on Friday, June 5th at 6:30 p.m. at Plaza Volaire in the Armand Plaza Hotel for a night you won't want to miss. Our keynote speaker for the evening will be the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada. Enjoy an ambossal cocktail, a delightful dinner, a captivating live entertainment, all while supporting a great cause. It's at 6600 Chemin de la Côte de Liesse, Saint-Laurent, Quebec. Secure your spot for this extraordinary event. Get your advance tickets now for $150 or $170 after May 5th. Don't wait. Seating is limited. Call us today at 514-707-1533, 514-773-6519 or 514-928-5370 to reserve your tickets. Join us for an exquisite evening of insight and elegance. Get ready, Montreal, for an unforgettable night. Proudly presented by the NDC Canada chapter. We can't wait to see you there.
Senator the Honorable Claudette Joseph returns to the Carnage for an evening of rhythm, culture, and pure Grenadian vibes. Sunday, 28th June 2026, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pedestrian Plaza, the Carnage. Experience the sound of steel pan in its element with live bands, food, drinks, and craft vendors along the waterfront. See you there.
Podcast this afternoon. Those who are on radio, just to let you know, in case we go over the 1 o'clock hour, please join us on the Facebook feed and also on YouTube. So right now, online, we have Mrs. Gail Purcell, Manager of the Secretariat for the Diaspora Homecoming 2026, and Randall Dolan, who is Deputy Chair and also Chair of the Grenada Tourism Authority. Welcome to the Heartbeat once again. You folks looking really, really sharp this afternoon. Real sharp. So we start off with you, Gail, ladies first, like everything else. I know there's been a lot of action taking place in the background, and things are bubbling, so to speak. Things are bubbling. Yeah. So give us the first week as to how we're doing with the first week activities. Then we'll go on to Randall about our marketing efforts, and then we come back for the last week of activities. So over to you.
Okay, Terry, thanks. And it's great to be back again. You're hearing me properly, right?
Yep, hearing you fine.
So I just wanted to share updates on where things are. People who have registered on the portal, you should have received an email encouraging you to RSVP for the various events. So we're really encouraging you to do that, in particular the 3-day forum, so we can get numbers of attendees. But what I'd like to do, Terry, before I go into the general calendar of events, is really just share some updates on the forum. And because that, as we say, is the meat of the matter. After all the fun and all the play, we want to get down to some brass tacked business, and I think that's where it's all going to happen. So the 3-day forum starts on the 30th of June. That's in the second week. And on the first day, we have presentation by Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, who will be doing the keynote feature presentation on Vision 75. So he will be delivering that overarching presentation, which gives you the pillars for Grenada's development over the next, as we lead to our 75th anniversary of independence. And that will be followed by a panel discussion where each of the pillars will be highlighted, and we will invite representatives from the Ministry of Finance, from Project Polaris, Project 500, and the discussion on energy and gas, as well as the Center for Excellence in terms of the skills and human resource development. That panel will take place following the presentation. We're also going to have on that day the Pathways to Investment discussion, which this is going to explore opportunities for investment from individuals in the diaspora, how you can do that, what you need to know, all of the things you may want to know about the Investment Migration Agency or the Grenada Investment Development Corporation, as well as just the government's position from the from economic development as to where we're heading with investment. So I'm sharing this so that you have the viewers out there have an understanding of what they're going to get at the 3-day forum, what type of information. We'll also have some smaller breakout sessions with IMA, the Investment Migration Agency, GIDC, Ministry of Trade, and also Ministry of Economic Development, to give you an opportunity to ask more questions, to get specific information that are related to your own individual situations, things that you may want to know more of. There'll be smaller sessions, so greater opportunity for engagement and dialogue. On day 2, we're going to be navigating the process to return home. We know that's a big thing for everybody. What do you want to know about concessions? What do you want to know about financing? What do you want to know about acquisition of land and property and starting businesses? So that navigating that process is going to happen on day 2. And then we'll roll into another panel discussion where we will get specific with individuals who are doing great things in the diaspora and those who have returned home already and have started businesses. They're going to share their experiences, talk about what some of their, the good, the bad, the indifferent, some of the learning experiences, things and challenges to expect, to give you a perspective of where things are. We'll have further breakout sessions with the bar associations so you can get some input into the legal implications of when you're returning home. Ministry of Finance, a lot of questions come up around taxes, property taxes, business taxes, all of these things. You'll get insight into that during that session. We'll roll into day 3, and day 3 is our professional exchange day. And on that day, very critically, you're going to be sharing some information on the 2nd and 3rd generation citizenship opportunities. So while we said we were not at the conference, it will not be fully materialized, but we're going to share where we are in the process and how people can keep abreast of the information as things develop and change. Also, there will be the professional exchange with the panel discussion, one on the creative industry and also one on health. So that you're going to look forward to those 2 sessions, and they're going to be quite engaging. And as we wrap up the 3 days, we're going to have a full session where you, the members of the diaspora community and the local resident Grenadian community, will come together and share ideas of how you want to envision Grenada going forward. What are the things that are of interest and importance to you? We're going to be facilitating that session where you get a lot of opportunity to dialogue, share your concerns, share your ideas, and we will pull all those things together so we can wrap up the entire conference and have a pathway that we chart for the future coming out of the 3 days of the forum. So those 3 days are really critical. I'm encouraging people to get onto the website. I know we have hundreds of people who have registered already. Specifically register for the forum and also indicate your interest in the various activities that are taking place over the 2-week period. So I'll stop there for now.
Okay, great. It's a lot to absorb, and it's a very exciting time. And before we go to Randall, let me just mention that the Diaspora Homecoming 2026 has been a vision of Prime Minister, the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, part of his transformation agenda, in that our citizens out in the diaspora ought not to be just considered for sending barrels and sending their finances to local banks, etc., but a true engagement of our citizens abroad to share in the transformation agenda which he has presented to the government and people of Grenada. So at this point, I would now head over to Randall Dolan so we can chat a little bit about the marketing efforts and so forth that he's spearheading.
Yeah, well, again, thank you again to you all for, again, the invite to be back on Heartbeat. We always enjoy coming on to the show and, again, spreading the message of the work that we're doing. So, again, special good afternoon to the viewers and listeners of the program. And, again, to you, the hosts, and the team, of course, at the Heartbeat that brings this to us every single Sunday. We appreciate all of your efforts. But yeah, to go on and continue on what you were just saying about it being an initiative from Governor of Grenada, Prime Minister, laying out his vision and also being very intentional about engagement into the market. This is why, we have leveraged the diaspora, because we understand that nation building is not just about a few Grenadians in Grenada just trying to make things happen. It's really about, all Grenadians, all of his people giving back and coming together. And that's how we truly build a nation, by taking our time to invest, to try to develop and contribute to the country. So, I'm being of service, especially when called on. When the administration came in, I benefited from that because I was living in the United States. I was able to serve and get started as the chairman of the Grenada Tourism Authority. And it's just the fact that this government continues to demonstrate that, our wealth is within our people, both locally and abroad. And collectively, we're going to bring everybody home. In this instance, for the Diaspora Homecoming, to be very intentional about nation building. So, as Gail just laid out the itinerary for the week 1, re-engage and reconnect. Week 2, the vision to pathway to Vision 75. It's our efforts is really centered on getting all members of the diaspora to be aware of what the missions are, and we've been doing deliberate outreach to our folk in the diaspora. In terms of getting more of the information out as to what the programming is going to be, how it's going to flow, and how it benefits them. So we've been actively engaged in that, reaching markets all from New York, all of the United States, because we've been going to the start of the missions, reaching out to them. And then all of our engagements, even through the Tourism Authority, to engage our diaspora more deliberately and see how best we can continue to engage and reach them, continue to dialogue with them, continue to get their feedback, because this is supposed to be a bridge for two-way feedback. It's not just, one message going one direction. And this is why at least the week 2 is very important in terms of getting that information out, and even the diaspora marketplace. Because if you listen to the Consul General from Canada, Mr. Hopkins just mentioned about trade missions, we want to have that going on an ongoing basis. But more importantly, we want to establish those things for our people where we can do business with each other. So we've been reaching out to the local business community, and there's been a deliberate push here locally to get the information out as to what homecoming would be, what it entails, and how you can actually benefit, register your business so you can get more exposure, build stronger networks, and find ways to advance our business. And as I always say, that charity begins at home. We don't need foreigners to necessarily, or not say foreigners, I mean like non-Grenadians essentially, could be the only ones that could help build our country. We have to build our country ourselves. And we're seeing that, to the likes of Project Polaris, Project 500, the skills training and energy and other things that we're doing is Grenadians helping ourselves, Grenadians helping Grenada. And a lot of starting with the local marketing, now moving on to using the platforms of like Polaris and other key projects, we continue to spread the message of homecoming and why asking our Grenadians to come home is important. And then with all the other engagements in the diaspora, we will continue that. And again, with this being the inaugural year, we are encouraging anyone listening that, if you have not yet booked your ticket, to definitely please do so. Please book the ticket to come back to Grenada for this inaugural homecoming. It's the start of something very special, something that we would like to continue on an ongoing basis, because we, again, recognize the importance of the contribution from the diaspora. And again, it takes all hands. So it's a great time to, again, using all these different platforms, from our socials, from our website. Our website is loaded. All the information is there for you to go on and register. But it's a great way to, again, continue to engage, network, and build more capacity for our country.
Great. Thank you very much, Randy. Maybe you can just tell us quickly about the engagement which we're having with hotels and the concessionary rates that they are presenting as part of their partnership with Diaspora Homecoming 26.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, on the website, we have it listed there. We have a group of hotels who are offering specials for returning Grenadians who would like to be part of Homecoming. And again, not just Grenadians, but anyone, right, that wants to come through. So right now, you're going to benefit or take advantage of the better rates that exist with our hotel partners right now. June is always a great time to travel back home, because typically, maybe not this year as much with everything that's happening, but typically you get the best pricing for hotels and airfare. And if you go onto the website, we have at least 10 partners that are already signed up, and they are offering special rates. We have more coming. So it's a great time to, again, bring the family back. If you have kids that have never been to Grenada or have not been in a long time, this is the time to do so, because you get to take advantage of concessionary rates to come back to Grenada. And again, with the whole vibe and all more Grenadians coming back, it's a good time to be here and network, create a buzz and an atmosphere that is celebratory, celebrating, who we are as a people and where we're going, and still do business. And on the business part, for the diaspora marketplace, our Ministry of Trade, in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance, will provide concessions for anyone who are bringing products to display, not for sale, products for display that would be just for the expo. So if you're marketing your products and you want to demonstrate and showcase that, definitely reach out to us. We connect you to the Ministry of Trade, and then get you the requisite information so you can get the concessions that you would need to seamlessly bring these products in. So we will have a list of everybody coming in, what they're bringing, the quantities. It will get that approved, and then they will be able to have a more seamless point of access when they do arrive with their products at the airport, or if they're shipping it in.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Randy. Let me take this opportunity to recognize the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development, which is led by the Honorable Joseph Handel and ably supported by his Permanent Secretary and team, Mrs. Roxy Hutchinson and her team, in collaboration with the GTA and the Ministry of Tourism, for really putting together Diaspora Homecoming. It is certainly an exciting time in Grenada, an exciting time for Grenadians, no matter what part of the world you are, and for friends of Grenada who wish to come back and participate in this great initiative, which has been a vision of Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell. Right now, we'll go over now to Gail Purcell so we can wrap up the calendar of events. And just to say that the calendar, what you've seen there's going to be adjustments to it because so many things are coming on. So many things are coming on as we speak. As a matter of fact, there's an event put on by folks all the way out in the diaspora. They want to do something on Sunday the 28th out in St. Andrew. It's a grand tea and fashion show. So that and several other events will be added to the calendar of events. So keep in touch with the website homecoming.gd, www.homecoming.gd, to be constantly updated as to what is happening and how we are moving forward as the date gets closer by. So back to you.
Before we get there, I also like to as we speak about all of these events, also, the Ministry of Culture and Creative Affairs. is also very instrumental. But again, finance and all of it's a cross collaboration between many initiatives. So there's so many ministries coming on board, and with the full support of the Cabinet of Grenada, we definitely appreciate that everybody is bought in, fully supportive of it, and then the feedback from the diaspora has been really good. So we're definitely encouraging that everyone that if they have not yet book now.
All right. So back to you again, Gail. Let's get a wrap up on the calendar of events.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one point to Randall's discussion about the concessions, just to remind people who are bringing items in that they must be registered. In order to qualify for concessions, you must be registered to be part of the marketplace. And you can do that on the website as well. There's a tab that says marketplace, and there's a registration section, and you just complete that so that we can validate you to be accessible to concessions for things that you're bringing in to display at that event.
Before you go on, Gail, people are always anxious to know, what would it cost me?
All the details are outlined on the website. So once you go right through, it'll take you straight through the process.
All right. Okay. Yeah. you let them find out themselves. Okay.
The calendar of events, we know the 21st is the official first day with the Thanksgiving service. It's going to take place at Gateway Assembly. So we look forward to people who are already on island to join us for that. All the registrants can then start registering and picking up your conference packages from the Monday, the 22nd. And those who are on island already, we will be welcoming you officially at the welcome reception, which will be hosted by Minister Joseph Andal at Belmont Estate. That is for all people who are registered for the homecoming event. We have an excursion going to Carriacou. It's a day excursion, but you can choose to overnight if you desire. That's on the 24th, and the Osprey has put on some really good pricing there. In addition to that, there will be events happening on Carriacou, which you can take an island tour, a water taxi over to Petit Martinique, and there'll be some beach activities on Carriacou as well. So look out for that. A lot of great things going on. On days the 25th and 6th, there will be mainland excursions on mainland Grenada, which will be taking you to various sites across the island. And then Heritage Theatre is putting on Lucy's Straw Hat at the Gateway Assembly as well. So that's a special showing they're putting on specifically for the diaspora community returning. So there's a great opportunity for you to participate there. On the Saturday, the 27th, we have Flavors in the Forest and TAMCC Foundation lunch and brunch also takes place, along with Jefferson's live concert on Saturday as well. And Sunday we go into Mount Morris Breakfast, which is a great breakfast I'm sure everybody's aware of. And that is a key day for us because that is also the day that we're going to be doing the spice replanting. And that will take place at various locations across the island. Rhythms and Spice will be happening. That's the Rotary Fete. And the Wee Pan Fest is also taking place on that day. On the 29th, well, we know that is Guav's Fisherman's birthday celebration. So they have a jam-packed set of activities taking place there, along with our Give Back Day. That's the official Give Back Day. And Ambassador Forrester would have mentioned earlier that we will be partnering with the Read Along Grenada event that's taking place on the 24th of June during the first week. I mentioned already about the Diaspora Forum for the 3 days, which starts from the 30th of June right to the 2nd of July. That will be the forum and marketplace. We will have businesses on display. A lot of interesting stuff is popping up. We have some Grenadians in the diaspora who are doing wonderful things, who are reserving booth spaces to demonstrate some of the business opportunities that are happening there. And we have local businesses also starting to fill up. So if you have not yet registered for your market space, please do so. We don't want you to be disappointed because space is limited. So we want to make sure that you get an opportunity to be there. So don't forget, we have Flavors in the Festival of Flavors in St. David, which takes place on the Wednesday. We'll have a shuttle that It's going to take you from Radisson up to St. David for that event after the forum activities. It's an evening event. And on Friday, that's when we'll host the gala. The gala is taking place at Pier 57 under the patronage of our Governor General, Dame Cecile Lagrenade. Saturday, the 4th, is another jam-packed day, but you have a lot of great activities to choose from. They have the Northeast Homecoming Expo will take place at Spice Basket. Tivoli Drummers is hosting a Salaka event on their compound, as well as Coconut Fest is taking place in St. Mark. So there are great activities happening, lots to choose from, lots to do. I don't think you will have a moment. You might actually have to spend an extra week to recover from the 2 weeks. So as Randall said, book your ticket if you haven't already, book your accommodation, and we're looking forward to seeing you in Grenada for Homecoming 2026.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Gail. I couldn't ask for a better team than you and Randall and the others, Jackie and Sarah and all the others. They're a whole big team, not even counting all the government officials, permanent secretaries and so forth, and other individuals. There's a lot of people who are participating and working hard in making this a reality and making Grenada proud. So before you shoot off, we'll take just a quick ad, and then we come back to you for the wrap-up, quick wrap-up.
You are cordially invited to the Prime Minister's Premium All-Inclusive Cruise aboard the Ecstasy. Now celebrating its second year, this signature experience returns for another unforgettable evening at sea on Saturday, June 20th. Boarding begins at 4 p.m. with departure at 5 p.m. sharp. Come immerse yourself in a classy party atmosphere filled with premium vibes, great music, stylish energy, and unforgettable moments where sophistication and a celebration come together for the ultimate cruise experience. Tickets are now available at gotofed.com and Grenadian Optical. An exclusive celebration awaits you aboard the SSC Saturday, June 20th. It's the Prime Minister's Cruise. We look forward to welcoming you on board.
Welcome back to the NDC Heartbeat. What we're going to be doing now is a quick wrap-up, and we'll go over to Randall to get his closing comments. Randy, over to you.
Again, what more can we say? I think it's a great event. You want to be part of the first homecoming. You want to be part of history. So I'm encouraging anyone that's listening, register. Again, go to our website, homecoming.gd. Register your interest, at least come to the business forums, sign up your business to be part of the marketplace. You're going to get a lot of information, learn about, understand the direction that, the administration is taking the country. You get to interact, you get to engage. You're going to get to meet a lot of wonderful Grenadians and others as well in that time period. And if you're coming the week before that, that's also a great time. I highly encourage everyone to do that if that is the time that they do have, that, come back and then see about all the things that we're doing here locally. The spice tree planting is a big initiative. Again, special thanks to the partners, the GCNA and Senator Sinclair. We've been talking about this for a couple of years with the GT as a collaboration, but we were happy to incorporate that into the diaspora homecoming. That has been a main pillar of one of the main focuses of the Prime Minister. Right, it was to get our spices replanted and really be intentional about getting that grown again, because we have to find ways to continue to support our farmers and support our agricultural sector. Again, how we feed ourselves is important, but in the fact that, we start using spices, we start developing more trade routes because of the fact that our spices should be in more demand to be sent all across the globe. Sitting from the tourism authority standpoint, our bags are filled with spices. We're known as the Isle of Spice. So it's something that we are very proud of. And we want everyone to sort of give back, be part of the giving back process with the spice replanting, be part of going to Carriacou, and enjoying what's available in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, see their development, the reconstruction after the hurricane, see the beauty of that country, and just spend time there and appreciate all of the wonderful things that we do have. Spend time again in that first week and just taking the island excursions and seeing the projects, seeing what's going on, and learning more about Grenada. I mean, in the sense of, again, what we're doing, where we're going, and also what ideas do you have to contribute? How are you going to help build this? That, most times when you speak to Grenadians, they always talk about come back for Carnival. And that's fine. We support Spice Mass. We have one of the best carnivals in the region, probably in the world. Right now is growing year by year, stronger and stronger. And Spice Mass is doing a terrific job. But we're also creating another activity that all Grenadians can look forward to. And if you're not, if you're no longer the Spice Mass sort of person, then you can do something like a homecoming, where it's a great time to be on island, great atmosphere, a lot of activities, a lot of good energy, and you're going to leave fully enriched, both emotionally, mentally, and probably, for your pockets as well, once you make better connections out to the diaspora. So that's what I'm saying. Take advantage of the hotel rates right now. The offers are there. They're on our website. Take advantage of the airlift. We have airlift, unlike in Spice Mass, where it might be a little bit harder to get on the island. But this is a great time to come, have family reunions, encourage others, friends of Grenada as well, to come through, and let them see what we're doing here. Let them introduce them to this beautiful island, introduce the second and third generation to the beautiful island, have them buy into the vision, and have them buy into really helping Grenada and moving us forward.
All right. Thank you very much, Randy. I meant 30 seconds EC, not US.
Oh, you meant 30, sorry, I thought I was using yen.
But all good stuff, all good stuff. All good stuff, all good stuff. So right now, I want to go over to Gail. And Gail, touch a bit on all the celebrities and so forth that we have attracted and so forth to come to Grenada, because there are some magnificent Grenadians out there doing wonderful things, down to big actors and so forth. So share with us the list of some of these folks who will be visiting at that time and participating in our events.
Yes, so as you know, we have a plethora of Grenadians and Grenadians by descent that are doing great work in the creative industries around the world. And we are in definite engagement with a number of them right now. Fraser James out of the UK will certainly be here. He's a very well-known actor in the UK. He will be here. Savannah John, she is a culinary specialist. She will be here as well. And there are a few others, and I want to kind of reserve until maybe about Wednesday of this week as we will start releasing those individuals who will be coming. But certainly we have a number of large names, big names, I could say, in the creative industry who will be joining us for homecoming. And we're just fine-tuning the final details, and they'll be released during the course of this week. So in that sense, I want to just, my plug is to really ask you to go out there and register for all of the events, the specific events. Let us know your indication of participation. I'm seeing the numbers climb daily, which is exciting. And you don't want to be left out of this. I think this is an opportunity. And since Randy gave the 30 US summary, I think I'll give the EC summary and leave it there.
Well, why not? Why not? We have already gone over the time, but it's all good stuff that we are promoting here. And I want to thank you all very much for coming on to the set. And Gail, you and I will be on GBN tomorrow evening. So for those of you who missed this program, please join us there. We'll be chatting again about certainly what's happening for Diaspora Homecoming 2026 and the vision of Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell as we make this possible for the growth and transformation of Grenada. So without any further ado, I'll say thank you very much, and do enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon, and catch up with you either on telephone, WhatsApp, email, or see you tomorrow, because we are pressing on. Thank you very much. And
thank you. Have a great rest of your day. And thanks again.
Wonderful. It's great working with you guys. It's really quite an inspiration. Makes me feel as young as you are. Okay, so
Age is just a number.
To all of you who have joined us on the Heartbeat today, those who joined on radio via WeFM, Vibes FM, Spice Capital Radio, we've got 100.5 FM out of Labby in Grenville. We've got Rampoon Radio out of Delaware in the United States, and several other outfits that picks up the Heartbeat on a Sunday afternoon. And for those who joined on the NDC Facebook feed and YouTube, we thank you for being part of this program this Sunday, and join us again next Sunday when we'll be doing it all over again. Lots of exciting information, news, and updates to share with you. Don't forget, it's the homecoming.gd. Get onto that website, register, and get updates. Thank you, and have a great Sunday afternoon. Goodbye.
So brothers and sisters, yellow!
Grenada, the month of June will come alive. 4 years ago, we made a decision to move our nation forward. Now, we are stronger and more determined than ever before.
Unity is strength, and we getting stronger.
On Sunday, June 21st, the National Democratic Congress invites you to the biggest celebration of progress, hope, and people-centered leadership at the Monrouge Plainfield for the NDC's 4th anniversary mega rally.
Yellow fever.
Under the powerful theme, 4 years stronger, you, me, us. Thousands will gather in one voice, one heart, and one vision for Grenada's future.
Now we give them yellow, 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 yellow. Yellow fever.
Come hear the leadership shaping tomorrow. The Most Honorable Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, Honorable Andy Williams, the South Boss, Honorable Ron Redhair, Senator Claudette Joseph, Honorable Philip Telesford, and more. Experience live performances, electrifying energy, powerful messages of transformation, and the unstoppable spirit of the people of Grenada as we celebrate fathers across the nation and the world. Contact your constituency office for transportation. Bring your flags, bring your family, and most importantly, bring your yellow. Sunday, June 21st from 5 p.m. NDC Mega Rally 2026. 4 years stronger. You, me, us.
Things happening.
Hello, hello, hello.
The hottest summer boat party is back. Get ready for one of the most anticipated events of the summer, the annual Summer River Boat Cruise Party, proudly hosted by the Grenada Voluntary Hospital Committee. Join the Grenadian community and friends for an unforgettable night of Caribbean vibes, great food, and non-stop music as we cruise along the iconic River Thames in the heart of London. It's on Saturday, the 6th of June. Come and dance to the infectious beats of soca, reggae, dancehall, soul, and Afrobeat. It's a summer vibe you won't want to miss. Boarding is at Temple Pier, Victoria Embankment, London, WC2R 2PN. Conveniently located opposite Temple Tube Station on the Circle and District Line. And your nearby bus routes include 9, 26, 59, 139, 148, 172 and 188. You assemble at 6 p.m. Boarding starts at 6:30 p.m. and sailing is at 7 p.m. sharp. Early bird tickets are £40 before the 21st of May and £45 thereafter. For tickets and information, contact 07498 911 135 or 07949 759 308. Don't miss the boat. Step aboard, soak up the atmosphere, and cruise into an amazing summer night on the Thames. You won't regret it.
You are cordially invited to the Prime Minister's Premium All-Inclusive Cruise aboard the Ecstasy. Now celebrating its second year, this signature experience returns for another unforgettable evening at sea on Saturday, June 20th. Boarding begins at 4 p.m. with departure at 5 p.m. sharp. Come immerse yourself in a classy party atmosphere filled with premium vibes, great music, stylish energy, and unforgettable moments where sophistication and a celebration come together for the ultimate cruise experience. Tickets are now available at gotofed.com and Grenadian Optical. An exclusive celebration awaits you aboard the SSC Saturday, June 20th. It's the Prime Minister's Cruise. We look forward to welcoming you on board.
Friends at home and abroad, the National Democratic Congress proudly invites you to the mega rally on Sunday, 21st of June. Under the theme, 4 years stronger, you, me, us. You, because we care. Me, because I have a responsibility, and us, because we all have a part to play in building Grenada. Bring your flags, bring your family, bring your yellow, and be a part of the 4-year celebration, transforming Grenada's future. Sunday, 21st of June, at 5 p.m., Monrouge Playing Field comes alive. NDC Mega Rally. You, me, us.
Yellow fever.